Guys, Brad back with another week of programming. So last week we finished our first phase of our cycle. We're going to see 3 different phases before we get to retesting the workouts that we tested on week 1. So technically this is week 5. We're going to see some change ups in some of the movements we've been working on in terms of strength. So remember, in Zen Planner you will see the details and the 2 options, whether you have more equipment or kind of minimal equipment in terms of the strengths and what to follow, or at least give you ideas. And same goes for the workout. So some of the stuff you don't necessarily have access to, we will have an alternative on Zen Planner when you're taking a look at that. So to start off day 1, we're going to continue building our squats. So for a lot of people, we've been seeing good progress in the squats, so we're going to keep that moving forward. So for this block, it's your choice whether you want a back or front squat. So whichever one you choose, that's what you're going to hold on to for this week and the 3 following weeks as we work on this progression. So we're going to work with some 3s. So today you're working up to a challenging 3 based on like an 8 on 10 effort. So 10 on 10 would be the toughest 3 of your life. I'm not looking for that this week. So kind of backing off a bit. So 8 on 10 in terms of effort. So usually that would mean you have a rep or 2 in the tank left to give if you had to. Once you've reached that number, you're going to deduct 12% or 15%, and you're going to perform max reps at that weight. Obviously, one short of failing, or if you feel like your position is getting really sloppy, by all means, I want you to focus on good positions. So if you feel like it's getting a little off, just kind of end your set there. So typically a good place to, or something to shoot for would be somewhere between 3 to like 6 reps. If it's a bit lighter, we can maybe go a little more. I definitely wouldn't do any more than 10. With that, we're going to work on some muscle ups in this block. So whether it's bar or ring muscle ups, I want you to accumulate 5 sets. Maybe we work on transitions if we're not quite there yet. And if we're not muscle ups yet, that's fine. We'll work on strict pull-ups or banded pull-ups. So we'll work on that raw strength. Very important, certainly when it comes to achieving either better kipping pull-ups, chest to bars, or eventually kind of breaking through and getting you to that muscle up. So workout for day 1 is going to be an AMRAP 15, so 9 handstand push-ups or hand release push-ups. From there, 12 deadlifts. So it should be something, if you had to, you could do 12 in a row. Whether you take that approach or not in this workout, that's up to you. 15 wall balls, 18 cal row. Like I said, on Zen Planner, we have a substitute for the calorie row. Basically find anything that's kind of cardio based, whether it's skipping, it could be burpees, it could be a bike. If you have access outside, maybe it's a quick little like 200-meter run, just kind of out and back. And that'll be 15 minutes. So day 2, working on our Olympic lifts. So just like last time, so you're gonna pick whether you're squatting or you're doing powers for the whole progression. So like I said, we're gonna build on this for 4 weeks. So whatever you choose today or for that day, you're gonna build on. So squat or power, so 1 snatch from the floor. From there, you're gonna bring it back down. We go from the hang, ideally top of the knee, and back up. Once you got that overhead, we're gonna do 1 paused overhead squat. So all these things here, we're gonna work on weak points in people's lift. So the hang snatch is there, so we could practice keeping it close, sliding along the thighs, and then that pause overhead squat is building the confidence at the bottom of the snatches. You want to save lifts, or you want to really increase your snatches. The more comfortable you can get down there, the better off you'll be. So working up to something challenging. I definitely don't need to go to the point of a miss. If you do miss, that'd be kind of like the end of the day in terms of it was really heavy. If it was technical, maybe we're taking a second one. If you just start linking misses in a row, shut it down. Maybe we pull back and end on a make and then move on. Tying that in with some seated box jumps. So again, working on our explosive power. So either sitting on a box, sitting on a low bench, foldable chair, something. Take off from there and then work up on your box jumps. Workout for day 2, 2 rounds. This benchmark is called Nasty Girls. It was programmed at regionals before in different forms. So trimmed it down a little bit for today. We're gonna do 2 rounds. We're gonna do 50 air squats, 7 ring muscle ups or bar muscle ups if you're capable of doing those. If not, we're doubling up our pulling and our dips. So that being either we double up on chest to bar, we double up on pull-ups, we double up on banded pull-ups, or we double up on ring rows, and you just double up on your dips, whether it's with the box or the rings. And then the last component to that are hang power cleans, meant to be a little heavier, shouldn't be 1 rep max territory. So if you had to cycle, you definitely at least cycle 5. That way it'll allow you to keep moving forward. From there, day 3, we're continuing the 8 on 10 effort, just like I explained for the back squats. We're gonna take that approach, going back and forth on the deadlifts and the bench press. If you don't have access to a bench, or you'd like to work on something different, if you push press can go a long way to definitely help your split jerk or anything overhead that we typically see more of in CrossFit. So pick the approach you're gonna do and then stick with that movement for the rest of the progression. Once you've reached kind of that 8 on 10 effort for 3 reps on both, you're gonna take off 10% for both and perform 2 more sets of 3, just kind of building volume and then really working on good position. From there, for day 3, classic CrossFit workout, any 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, double unders and sit-ups. Very simple. Can be frustrating if you got a bit of a hard time with your double unders, so don't be scared to double up into single skips if you need to. Focus on your breathing on the sit-ups and look to push 50 and 40. Once you get to the 30, things start going by really quick since the transitions happen a little fast. Day 4, obviously if you're following us on Zen Planner, you're gonna see a EMOM. So again, we're gonna keep that kind of routine. So if you're looking just for a workout to move, get a good sweat going, maybe loosen things up along the way, that'd be a good workout for you. Day 5, so on Friday, squatter power again. So taking the same approach as day 2, we're gonna do 1 clean. So from the ground, whether you power or squat. From there, once you got up to your shoulders, we're gonna perform 1 pause front squat. So whenever we're seeing pause, I look to pause at least 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds, get comfortable down there. So same thing as our overhead squats is the more comfortable you can get in your catch position, the less hesitant you'll be to get there, right? So if you're really comfortable and you can just dive down there and get to your lowest position, your potential definitely increase in terms of a squat clip. So with that, once you stand up that front squat, we're gonna do 1 pause in the split jerk. So what that's gonna look like is you're gonna take a big deep breath after your front squat, we're gonna dip, you're gonna land, we're gonna pause there for a second or 2 just to get comfortable in landing and really holding that position well, and then bringing that back down. So again, you're gonna work up to something challenging with all that complex. There's a few weak spots here depending what are your strengths and weaknesses there. So whatever holds you back, that's kind of going to hold back and dictate the weight you're going to do for that day. In between, we're accumulating some handstand practice. So whether it's handstand walk, handstand push-ups, handstand holds, wall walks, get upside down, we're working on that overhead position. Ideally, 4 to 5 sets would probably do the trick. If things are going really well, by all means, do a little bit more work on that. Workout for Friday, 4 rounds, single dumbbell. So this rep's gonna be very popular. Obviously, it's based on the benchmark DT. So we're gonna do 4 rounds. So a dumbbell, you can also do this with a kettlebell too. So single. Every movement's gonna be done per side. So you're gonna do 12 deadlifts per side, 9 hang power cleans, 6 shouldered overhead. So your deadlift, I'd be just looking to point the dumbbell down so that way we don't have to excessively get low. If you're feeling that in your low back, just looking to get the hand just below the knee will do the trick and hinge there. Hang power clean, either off to the side or in between the legs, up to the shoulders, shouldered overhead, either push press, push jerk. Obviously not strict press wouldn't be recommended there, but don't be scared to alternate as much as you'd like to. So if you want to do 6 deadlifts, 6, 6, 6 to get you 12 each side. Same goes for the hang power cleans. Your grip's getting tired, switch arms and try to keep moving. Same goes for the shouldered overhead. Shoulders are getting lit up as you go. Maybe we're doing 2 or 3, switch off and try to keep the dumbbell off the ground and keep it going. All right. So like always, if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. We'll do our best to get back to you guys and make sure that you have suitable progressions, that you're understanding the programming, and hopefully continue to see you guys progress. We had great success this week with kind of our tester week for week 4, seeing a lot of PRs, a lot of people's confidence in the new lifts and just overall strength. So hopefully we can continue that, and we'll see you guys next week.